I am just singing along with the instrumental because I feel like it, and this is a peak song. Anyway, what up? What up, people? Hello. If you don't mind, I'm gonna turn this down because you know how I am. Eventually, I get tired of hearing that constantly, so I kind of turn it down a lot throughout the stream. But anyway, we're good for now. So, what up? What's up? How we doing? How are we doing, everybody? Hello, hi, how are we doing? I just started. I literally just started. Come on, dude. Not now. Not now. I just started, okay? I wanna, give me some peace and quiet, please. God dang. Dang! Member for 33 months. Oh! What? Hi, Modern. No, Modern. Oh, you too. No, come on, guys. I just started. We're not even 6 minutes in. Come on. Hey, just give me a bit, okay? Maybe later, but just not now. Just not now. Not now. Anyway, I don't, guys. If I VC with y'all, I'm not gonna be able to concentrate on what I'm trying to do. Okay? I need to concentrate. All right. Maybe we can VC later when I've gotten my main points out of the way. Cause I always like starting off streams talking about some stuff. But anyway, then we just mess around. But let's see. Okay. Good. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. It's very hot outside. I was out there earlier doing yard stuff, and oh my god, it is not messing around out there. God dang, it's a lot of heat out there, and I don't handle heat very well, so I was practically on my deathbed. Okay, maybe not really, but still very hot though. It's I can tolerate it, but it's trust me, if I was out there for another hour, oh, I would have been gone. I would have just been dust. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, but still doing good. When's the next AU video coming out? Oh, you poor soul. What did I say? I was just talking about how hot it was. It was very hot outside right now. I think it's hot in a lot of places right now, but it's there's obviously places where it's way worse, but dude, I'm not used to heat, man. Ugh. Anyway, I've never been able to handle heat well, so going out there is not fun. Dude, I was out there for I want to say 40 minutes-ish, maybe? I don't know. I was out there for somewhere between half an hour and an hour. Maybe an hour, I don't know. I can't keep track of time, and I didn't check the time when I left or came back in. So, I was only out there for 40 or so minutes, okay? I came back in, dude, I felt, dude, the amount of friggin', dude, I don't know if y'all get anyone else gets like this, but whenever you know, I get like really hot, my whole back just starts itching like a ton. So that was not fun coming back in. Dude, I had to take a shower like immediately. Oh my god, was that not fun? Ugh. Anyway, enough about that. So anyway, AU video. So, the AU is kind of not in Gary's mod anymore, so I mean, I've talked about this a lot, but if you weren't here for it, I can, you know, briefly summarize it up. So basically, the AU is, I mean, I still say AU, so y'all know what I'm talking about, but I guess, well, because doesn't AU stand for, like, alternate universe or something? I don't know. We just kind of defined AU as, like, our canon story. That's pretty much what we've just canonized it as. Is that even a word? Whatever. But, so mine is animated. It's like it's like a series. And it'll be displayed on the main channel, and then whatever stuff I decide to do in Gary's mod will just be shoved onto my gaming channel. So, which you can find if you just go to the homepage and like scroll down. There should be a section for it. Alright, anyway, enough of that. So I couldn't tell you when episode 1 of like the new like series is coming out. I couldn't tell you that because right now we're in a weird spot and I am being messaged. Y'all really like DMing me. My god, dude. I can't do anything. Okay, guys, there is no such thing as peace. I almost closed out of the instrumental tab. Okay. Stop streaming, I'm editing my video. Well, dang, bro, I guess you're right. Alright, bye, guys. Is the test animation canon? If you're talking about Breaking Point, that is not exactly canon, no. And I say this because I can't guarantee that that's a scene that's gonna happen eventually. I can't guarantee that. Now, the idea, like for example, it is something that could happen, but I can't guarantee you that scene's just gonna happen. Okay, anything can change, but like... And also, I'll say this. You are not... Any of the people that you... Okay, actually, no, hang on. The people you saw in the first scene of Breaking Point with, like, what's their face? The Chloe, Jasmine, Tonya, Toy Foxy. Did I come up with an actual name for Toy Foxy? Yeah, I low-key forgot. Like, I know I had one in mind, but then I just forgot, because I keep thinking of a name for her, but then I forget to give her one, so... Toy Foxy will have a name when the time comes, but right now, we're just gonna call her Toy Foxy, okay? So... Those 4, the adult versions of them specifically, the adult versions of those 4, you are not gonna see them until, like, Season 2. I'll say that. Which is why I'm not, like, rushing to figure out, like, who's voicing them. Because, like, because I'm unsure if I'm gonna keep, like, the same people from that short, or if I'm just gonna, you know, get all new people. I don't know. So, I can't tell you if Breaking Point's canon. I can't tell you that one. I don't know. I'm just gonna tell you no. That's what I'll say just now. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with the first 4, but I'll tell you this. The last 4, what I mean is Spring Bonnie, B, Ennard, and, what's his face, Aunt Marion. All of them should have different voice actors than they did. I think. So, here's what I'm gonna tell you. Spring Bonnie and B, they are going to have different people voicing them than the short, okay? Ennard should, because I haven't actually heard from that guy in a while. And also, I have been told by a lot of people that, like, because I was very unsure about what I thought of them, mainly because I'm not used to them having actual voices, so I can't tell you, like, if they sound great off the bat or not. But a lot of people gave me their opinion, and it ended up being decided that, like, that voice didn't exactly fit Ennard. So, basically, so Ennard will probably get a different voice, I'm thinking. But Nightmarion's the only one where I could not fully tell you if he is going to keep his voice or not. I don't fully know. He might not. Speaking of Nightmarion, yo, oh wait, no, never mind. I'm looking at the YouTube one, not my OBS. Whoops. I forgot about stream delay. Anyway, so B is actually staying British, by the way. B is staying British. So, because basically the person who originally was voiced B in the short, they dropped out of it. They left, like, the little group chat thing I made for them. And, I was like, okay, and then someone I know was like, yo, do you just want me to replace them? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And there's, like, it's just a different British, it's another British person. That I don't know how I've come across so many British people. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know, man. But yeah, so B is staying British, which is cool. And I think they'll do a good job. I think they will. Spring Bonnie, I haven't found him just yet. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned this to y'all before, but because I did put up the auditions page for episode 1 characters, and so far I will tell you exactly who I found voice actors for. In that one, I have found voice actors for why do I have the project? I have the auditions page for Breaking Point pulled up. Why is that pulled up? I'm like an idiot. What the frick? Hold on, I'm gonna move. Okay, I can't see streams right now, so just bear with me, okay? I will I will read anything I can the second I open up this project. Okay, this is the one I want. God dang. I don't know why Breaking Point tried pulling up. But anyway. Okay, I found the auditions page that just got finished. So, alright, let me pull up stream just so I can catch up. Guys, I'm voicing Iron Man in his series. Yeah, definitely. What's your favorite Spring Bonnie in your series? One of the only Spring Bonnies, aka the villain one. Okay, look, don't get me wrong. Stage Spring Bonnie is pretty peak. I wonder how many people know, like, what I'm talking about now, because, like, that's a sad thing, guys, is the fact that, like, as we get further into this, there's gonna be a lot of people who won't know, like, the old Gary's Mod AU references, you know what I mean? Oh, that's gonna be so weird. Like, pretty soon, I'm gonna mention, like, Overshadow, and absolutely no one's gonna know what I'm talking about. That's kind of sad, but it's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Overshadow will, he'll live in our hearts. But anyway, but obviously the villain, Spring Bonnie, he is one of my favorite characters I think I've made. He's not my top favorite. Whoa. What the? Hello? 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 Are we good? The stream just, for some reason, just broke for a quick second. Is everything okay? Everything good? Everybody here? Hello, hello. Say yes if everything's good. Say yes if everything's good. Type yes in chat if everything is fine, because okay, Withered, I think that's a you problem. But okay. But I don't know what just happened there. It just broke for a quick second. Okay, so we're gonna ignore that, okay? What's up, Foxboy? Yo, what's up? My friend messed up your whole stream. Oh, I'll get him. I'll get him one day. But anyway, okay, anyway, moving on. Is I Above a good guy? Oh, wait, that's actually a great question. Wait, hold on. Ooh. Okay, so based off of what we have seen of the I Above, I'm hoping you'll know who this is. Like, okay. I gotta stop underestimating you guys. Alright, I'm sorry. Based on what we have seen about the I Above so far, could you guys say he's a good guy? Could you say he's a good guy? Could you? Could you say he's a good guy? I want to hear your guys' opinions. Do you think the I Above is a good guy based off what we have seen of him? I'm talking about, like, the Garry's Mod 80 specifically. If anyone has seen that, an I Above in it, for whatever reason, let me know what your opinion on him is. Alright, we thinking he's a good guy? Here, hang up. Yeah? Alright. So it's very tricky to describe the I Above, okay? So, because, for example, I've talked about this before, with a different character, Crypto. Because I've asked you guys this before about Crypto, whether or not if he was supposed to be, like, because the way he's portrayed makes you think, okay, he's got to be the villain here, because he's got all that stuff going on. He just feels like villainous, you know what I mean? And then we move to I Above, and we're like, okay, we see what he's done, you know, we don't know a lot about him, very kind of closed off, but he still seems like a good guy, right? Well, that's the thing. He seems like he is. But can you really determine that with what we have? Can you? Can you determine that? Because what have we seen of the I Above before in the past? Right? What have we seen him do? Like, we have seen him do some things, right? Like, obviously he's helped Freddy before, right? And I guess he did technically assist Golden Foxy in some sense later on, but there could still be something hiding underneath. There could still be something there. Like, I'll put it this way. Why do you guys think Crypto is the way he is? Why do you guys think he specifically is the way he is? Alright, we're gonna move from I Above for a second, and I'm gonna try to use Crypto as like some sort of, I don't know if I'd say example, but I'm just trying to like form like some idea here. Anyway, Freddy had a girlfriend and a kitty if he was alive. I'm probably gonna instantly tell you no. I don't think he does. But yeah. So, cause like, if y'all have seen any like the community posts I've made, you might have seen the paintings I've made. One of them features Crypto, and you can see there's like that, there's something going on with him, alright? So, because Crypto is a very complicated character to explain, and I think everyone will start to understand why when we first see him. And I can say this, Crypto is supposed to appear in episode 1. He is supposed to appear in episode 1, because episode 1 is very like heavy on like Freddy, Golden Foxy, Oblivion, Crypto, even got some Eye Above in there. Like all these characters, it's very heavy on like, think of like the Final Stand. It's kind of heavy on that aspect of things, along with some like a couple other things thrown in there. Face cam. I'm not turning on my face cam. No, we're not doing that. I'm good, thank you. Anyway, are you a tree? No, Emmerich is. Maybe he'll show up and bless you with his tree-ness. I don't know. Who'd win in a fight? Assassin's Ring Bonnie or Oblivion? Oblivion would literally snap him in half like a twig. Alright, you underestimate how powerful Oblivion is. Like, okay. Like, Oblivion is on the 3rd highest level in terms of power. He's on the 3rd highest level. Spring Bonnie is just an animatronic. Or Assassin's String Bonnie, if you will. But Spring Bonnie is just an animatronic, okay? And I'm also fighting a little bit back and forth if I'll even have humans in the series or not, because there's only like one thing I can think of to where it would make sense to have them. Like one thing specifically. But besides that, I'm unsure. But I can beat Oblivion, trust. Yeah, I'm sure. Cause like, actually, I think I could pull up this hierarchy back up. You know, I mean, it's been a while. So hang on, let me pull up the old hierarchy, and I'll show you what I mean. So, okay, gotta look this up. One sec. Okay, here we go. So we got above here, all right. So we can probably assume what that's for. Then we got the gods. Then we got leaders. Then we got true shadows. Then we got the gifted. Then we got animatronics, and I also do have humans down here. Animatronics and humans are more on the same level. The only reason why animatronics are technically higher is because they will, like, in terms of like a one-on-one, they would easily wipe the floor with a human in terms of strength. But yeah. A ranking stream soon, based off of what? Ranking what exactly? Where do you want me to rank specifically? Give me some ideas on that. Maybe I'll open up like a tier list of some sort and we can do something. But let's see. Can you add a tree on the screen to replace Emmerich? Guys, should I just put a tree like behind me or something? Just because that'd be funny. Model for the good side of crypto. I don't just mean original, it can be an exit or something else. So, rank me, bro. My god. Other Gmod FNAF YouTuber. That would be interesting, but it would also be very difficult because I don't watch Gmod content. The only content I think I have watched in terms of Gmod at all recently is pretty much just X-Man's old videos from like 2019 and before. That's like the only thing I could tell you right now. It's like the only things I really watched in terms of Gary's Mod lately. So, okay. Anyway, but yeah, no, this basically is just the hierarchy that explains. So, real quick, okay, Oblivion would fall in leaders, right? So he's on the 3rd highest category there. And then obviously we got True Shadows, you know, all the spooky creatures. And then the Gifted, the animatronics with power, and then just normal animatronics, right? So, Oblivion, in terms of how, so like I said, Oblivion's in leaders all the way up here, and then Spring Bonnie would be all the way down here in animatronics. So yeah, he would wipe the floor with him. I don't know why I'm still talking about it. Whatever. I think I just wanted to finish that so that way I felt like I answered the question. Anyway, 5 minutes and put the minutes here. That's pretty much what I did for like my original Ranking Muffin Up YouTubers video. I mean, it's privated now, but I made one back in like 2023 with face cam and stuff, and I ranked a bunch of Muffin F YouTubers. And yeah, I think I watched, like, at first I watched like most of the video, but then as I got further in, I started getting like really tired, and instead of just, you know, finishing it like, you know, the next day, I just decided to watch less and less of like each video as I went on, so that way I could finish quicker, because I was tired. Anyway, what tier / rank is Shadow Candy? Shadow Candy is also in leaders. So like, obviously above belongs in above. The gods, I think y'all can catch on who's in that tier by now. Leaders would be people like Oblivion, Shadow Candy, or technically just Candy now, but, and Golden Foxy, he would belong in there as well. I don't think QXR will still be in there. I don't know. I'm not sure if he'll even make it a cameo or not. I'm not sure. Sure, Shadows, all the creatures with the Shadow Bonnie textures. And the gifted would be like Golden Freddy, Shadow Freddy, the Time Traveling Foxy, and then just normal animatronics and stuff. That's, yeah. What about the Mimic in that one episode? The Mimic still counts as an animatronic. He was just, you know, pretty strong. What the? Hang on. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that was close. I was invited somewhere, and I was invited, so I was invited to a server, but the invite was to a VC specifically, so I had to click join and instantly click disconnect because it was gonna push me into the VC. And there's people in there, and, you know, I don't feel like streaming randomly all of a sudden. What is this? What the fr- Okay. I'm just... Sorry, guys, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just looking, hang on. Oh my god, there's so many people in here. What the frick? Okay, I'm recognizing a lot of people. Hang on, I gotta... Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this hierarchy. Actually, no, I'm gonna just make it invisible, so that just in case y'all have any more hierarchy questions. Will QXR return? Very unsure. I don't think he will, mainly because QXR is specifically hottest dog stuff. You know what I mean? Yo, I Foxy Boy. Yo, what's up? What's your Discord? That's a great question. Okay, so, I mean, I do technically have a Discord server, but it's kinda dead. I could invite y'all, but I don't know. I'll think about it. How about this? If you stay long enough, at some point later in the stream, just remind me about remind me about my Discord server, and I'll probably send y'all invites. But as of right now, I'm gonna focus on other stuff. But just later in stream, remind me about the Discord server. That goes for anybody. Just remind me about the Discord server, like, later in the stream, okay? So I'm ready to join the stream. Peak. Yo, what's up, lol? What's up, Withered? Alright, but, okay, so I'm gonna go back to the auditions page, and I'm gonna specifically look at that one project. So, here are the people I found voices for. Oblivion, Crypto, Shadow Candy, or just Candy, whatever, The Eye Above, and then Bonnie and Chica. So, I listed off characters that I put up specifically for episode 1. I put like an auditions page up for episode 1 of the series, and I just like included all the characters that I was sure were gonna say something at some point. And any other side characters, I'll just probably get some random like friends or something to help. The only people in the auditions thing that I did not find voices for were Freddy and Golden Foxy. Those two were so difficult because I have had like some people like try out for them and stuff, but like it never like fully worked for me in a way, and I was like very unsure. There was nobody where I was like, they could definitely get this. Like a lot of them were maybes. And it's like my friend Ashy Boyo, like he tried getting specifically he wanted to get Golden Foxy, but I was like very I don't know. I just didn't think he fit him. His voice didn't really fit him in a way, and you know, like I don't know. I'm really trying. I just don't know. So what I think I might do, because I have another auditions page that I'm going to put up soon, and it's going to be for like a bunch of other characters. And I'll just throw Freddy and Golden Foxy in there as well, because I can wait for voice actors because, well, I don't even, like, I'm still waiting on models for characters, so I got time. I got time. Yeah. Because I need Crypto's reference drawing done. I need that finished. So I'm waiting on that. And then I need Crypto, those variants of Freddy, Oblivion, specifically his nightmare form, Golden Foxy, I believe The Eye Above, was that it? I don't remember if there's anyone else from episode 1 that needed models. I think that's everybody, in terms of episode 1. After that, I'll figure it out, but... Are you gonna voice any? So, I was considering... Okay, so, y'all know all the children characters, right? There is... Bonbon, or Bon... He's that Adventure Bonnie dude. I went back and forth between Bonbon and Bon. I don't know what his actual name is technically... I only called him Bon because his name was Bonbon, but I got confused with, like, Hand Puppet Bonbon. So I was like, But yeah, Bonbon, Michael, which is the Adventure Glammark Freddy, Antonio, Liam, Chloe, Toy Foxy, and then there's also Jasmine, and I'm very unsure if Asher's still gonna be a character. I feel like he will. I feel like he has to. Would non-True Shadows count as their own rank or be a part of the True Shadows rank? I mean, all the purple Shadow animatronics who haven't participated in challenges yet become True Shadow. Oh, you're going all the way back. Oh, you're going back to 2022. Oh no. Oh no. Oh guys, they're bringing up 2022 lore points. Oh no. Oh, also, I apologize, but I am getting a call, so please enjoy this instrumental while I mute for a quick second. Alright, I apologize, but I am back. Alright, and I gotta answer some DMs. I went AFK for like... Hasn't even been 10 minutes, has it? It's been like 5, right? Can someone tell me how long I've been gone? Like, does anyone have like an exact, like, I mean, not exact, but like, you know, like 6 minutes, 5 minutes, like, how long have I been gone? But anyway, okay, hang on. I'm gonna read some older questions, so if y'all moved on from this, sorry, but I'm gonna answer them now. So anyway, as I was trying to say with like the whole old AU thing, with oh right, which non-true shadows count as their own rank. So that was like an old plot point I was originally having, but I don't call that canon now. Like I don't think the whole like Overshadow's backstory thing is technically like a canon thing now. With like, what the withered, what did you send me? Oh, you just made like new versions of them. Okay. I might use them. You know, like, trust me, if I wanted to like really try with my little guy here, I definitely could. I just like, you know, I mean, like, you know, but I could definitely use them if but yeah, thank you. I might change them later on. If I don't change it later in this stream, it should be changed for like next stream, or unless whatever I do. Yeah. Anyway, so because I could change it later, like right now if I wanted to, but no. Also, I got food now, so peek. Got me some food. So, oh wait, frick! I probably shouldn't place it on that mouse pad. I probably shouldn't. It's gonna screw up. Never mind, I love that mouse pad way too much. I can't let anything bad happen to it. Because I got me a little mouse pad I made with me and 2 friendos. So yes. It's like a custom mouse pad. It's like a mouse pad with a render that I made with like me and some friends. Am I a mouse pad? Well, I'm on my mouse pad. Hi. Hi, me. Not like my OC. Eh. I should probably... After this stream, I'm probably gonna join the VC. They're trying to get me to join because I feel bad. But... I'm not talking about the people who are asking me to like VC like in stream chat and stuff. Like those people I might like do a little VC with them later. But okay. If anyone had some questions earlier that I didn't get to, just re-ask them if possible, okay? Because I'm gonna stop scrolling up and I'm just gonna keep up with current chat, okay? But okay, I'm just gonna go down here. I'll say it one more time. If there was a FNAF World-like version of the Mimic, if you made a character out of it, what would it be named? Ooh. I don't know why, but my mind instantly went to Mike. But then again, I already have people named Michael and Mike, or I think. Do I have anyone named Mike specifically? I don't think so. But, like... I don't know why my mind instantly went to Mike, but, I don't know what I'd call him. That's actually a great question. Ooh. Mitchell? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Can you show us the render? Maybe. If y'all remind me later in the stream, then we'll see. Can Roxanne 3D print a mouse pad? That's a great question. That's a great question. Hey, can you 3D print a mouse pad? Don't give me that look. I'm talking to you. Can you 3D print a mouse pad? She's being stubborn. She's giving me that sassy look. Anyway, but go back to Help Wanted Foxy. No, we don't talk about the Help Wanted Foxy OC era. We don't talk about that. I don't even know if anyone here, besides, like, the only people who, like, who would know about that are people that I have, like, told about it. I don't think anyone was actually here when that happened. Because, yes, in, like, 2021, I had Help Wanted Foxy as my OC because he was always my player model. For, like, so long. So, he was my OC in, like, 2021, and then 2022 was when I made Mr. Big Band Foxy, or Detective Foxy, which was basically just the model, but I changed his bow tie to blue. And then I kept him for, like, oh god, like 2.5 years, and then the beginning of last year I changed to this guy. But yeah, does Crypto's good side have any sort of model? As of right now, I don't have any official models for... I don't have any official model for Crypto at all right now. Because, like, Crypto himself, his good side, like, I don't know. Because I will tell you this. His, there's gonna be Crypto himself, and then there's gonna be models for each side of him. Because there will be shots with, like, inside his head. Okay? That is a thing that happens. So, it's very interesting, okay? Roxanne is Foxboy's pet? Bro, what? Yo. I'm sorry, what? Where did we get this information? Hold up. Hold on now. Go back to Big Band. Who is Crypto? Because I don't remember him. Crypto, okay, I don't have, like, an official model for him right now. But, but in terms of who I'm referencing, you might have seen him in, like, old AU videos, if you've seen any of them. But, like, I think I have a render I can just pop up for you. He is... This isn't his actual model anymore, but, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what he looks like in the Gary's Mod stuff. This is what he looks like. That's Crypto from the Gary's Mod stuff, okay? Because, like I said, he's gonna have a new model. I will say this. Out of all my characters, I think Crypto's easily my favorite. I think I favor Crypto over any of them. Probably, I only say this because almost any time I hear a FNAF song, somehow Crypto always makes his way into, like, you know, my brain whenever I'm listening to it. Because, like, I do that a lot. That's how I get ideas for a lot of stuff, including characters. Like, for example, Nova, which is that, you know, that purple Toy Foxy looking person with, like, the wings. She was fully inspired from just me listening to a song one day. Like, her entire, like, personality and character was just inspired from a song. That's pretty much it. And then, yeah, a lot of my ideas come from that. Because what I do is, whenever I listen to music, an animation always plays out in my head, based off of the AU. Always. That's how I get my ideas. But anyway, I'm gonna delete that. Okay. Shut up, Withered. We don't talk about the thumb posing. Okay. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I'm actually discussing B's model with someone right now, so speak. So I don't know if they're starting to model B right, like, today, or if they're just asking about it so they know what they're doing. But we might get B modeled pretty soon, which is gonna be very interesting. Because I will say, B, I think, is definitely in my top 10 in terms of, like, my favorite characters I have. Like, I think she's definitely in my top 10. Like, I really do like B. What song was you listening to? Oh, if you're talking about the song I was listening to when I was inspired to make Nova, I'm trying to remember. It was... Okay, it was a song... It was a song that from a character that is actually heavily resembles Nova in terms of personality wise. Give me a sec. Beelzebub, there we go. So basically, she, like, Nova heavily resembles her in terms of personality wise. For anyone who does not know who I'm talking about specifically like the Queen Bee person, that Beelzebub. They are like I don't even know what type of animal they are. They're like some sort of like bee, I want to say fox mix. I really couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. But they heavily resemble Nova in terms of personality. Not all of their personality. Nova is like them, but toned down a bit. So Nova is kind of like the very, she does have that very, like, cheerful and, like, party kind of personality, but she also has this, like, side to her, which is, like, you know, where she is, like, very, like, you know, toned down and very, like, serious and stuff. She is, like, that, but, like, Nova is basically her, but, like, toned down, if you will. Would you say who would you say is the main protagonist in your AU? The main protagonist is very much Chloe. Chloe is just the main protagonist altogether. There are other main protagonists, like Golden Foxy. He's another, like, big, like, main protagonist later on. Like, he's not that heavily focused in terms of Season 1. Season 1 is more focused on, like, Chloe and obviously Freddy, because he's another main protagonist. But, like, for, like, you know, Freddy. Oh my god, I can't think. Season 1 more focuses on, like, the Freddy and Chloe stuff and all of that. And Season 2 is where we start getting more of a focus on Golden Foxy. Season 2 is like an A and B type situation, where you will get Chloe stuff and you will get Golden Foxy stuff. It's like a half and half, if you will. Because, like, the Chloe side is where we get all the stuff with her group, Spring Bonnie and him and all of that stuff. And then the other side with Golden Foxy is where we'll get people like Nova, I Above, Crypto. Like, that's where we see a lot of that. So anyway, so anyone got any other questions? I'm assuming you're asking if the glitch sword still exists. The glitch sword does still exist. It does. It does exist, okay? It definitely still exists. I'll tell you that. The glitch sword does exist. I don't think the gauntlet exists anymore. I think I'm just gonna Thanos snap that away. But the glitch sword, I think, is still, it's still gonna be a whole thing, okay? The glitch sword, Freddy's still gonna get it. He's still gonna, like I said, final stand stuff is gonna happen a lot in the first episode, okay? First episode is like, how do I explain this? First episode is like the beginning with, like, Oblivion and Candy, you know, when they first woke up, and, like, and also, you know, Crypto, because he was also there in the beginning. episode in the Gary's Mod AU, so it's gonna be like, so that's gonna be more focused around Oblivion, Candy, and Crypto, and then we're also gonna get like a bunch of Final Stand stuff with like, you know, Freddy and the gang and like Oblivion. That's like the, and obviously Golden Foxy. That's like the first episode. All right, that's what that focuses around. Mostly Final Stand stuff with some other things. Episode 2 is where we start getting into the episodes. I'm hoping y'all, this might ring a bell. Brothers Forever and Broken Home. Specifically the episodes that focus a lot around Antonio, Liam, and Chloe. Those and the other children characters. Those. So episode 2, I've decided it's going to be a combo. It's going to be both Brothers Forever and Broken Home, and like merged into one, because I just don't see Brothers Forever needing its own episode. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. How long is that time skip of Chloe and the others growing up? So the time skip is, I can't give you an exact number, but I'll tell you, I'm gonna say it's somewhere between like 18 and 21 years. I'm gonna tell you it's like 20 years. Okay, we'll just average it out and say about 20 years. Okay. And the reason why I say this is because early in season 1, you know, Chloe is, you know, she's very, very young. She's like, so she's, you know, she starts learning, if I'm correct, she starts learning how to speak in like Rescue Mission, which is where she meets Jasmine for the first time. That's when she starts learning how to actually speak. So she is very young in season 1, right? And then season 2, she's obviously like, you know, if I had to guess how old she was in like the beginning of season 2, I'd probably say she's probably like 19 or 20. You know what I mean? Probably like 19. How do animatronic children grow up? That's a great question. You just kind of don't think about it, alright? You just don't really question it. It just happens, okay? It just happens. Because, like... Because I feel like I've said before that animatronics don't exactly die from old age. But they can still grow up. So it's very, like, hard to explain. You just don't think about it, alright? You just don't think about it. It's very hard to explain. Will QXR return? Probably not. The reason why is because if I'm gonna bring it into like an actual animated series, I don't want to keep like all the hottest dog stuff, or at least try to not keep any of it as much as possible, because the Gary's Mod series, it was Gary's Mod, you know what I mean? Like, it's a whole separate thing, but since it's gonna become animated, it's way more closer to like to the original, and I don't want to, I feel like at that point I'd just be like kind of stealing the stuff, and I don't know. I'd rather just not have QXR anymore, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't really need him. I don't, like, that's the thing, because like that's why I'm not keeping like Overshadow or anybody, because I don't really need them for this, you know what I mean? If we're starting with Final Stand stuff and, you know, some other things, Overshadow doesn't have, like, a need to be there, you know what I mean? I can easily just cut them out. Same thing goes for QXR. I don't need them there. Roxy? What are you doing here? Hello, my future B voice actor, if you're still here. The surface of the what are we talking about? Hold on, what? Am I like... What's happening? I'm so confused. What did I miss? Are the other animatronics that escaped the pizzeria still alive, like Golden Freddy's group with Witherbonnie and Freddy and Monty? Okay, So, in terms of people who escape the pizzeria, I can't confirm who it's gonna be, because I might make it a lot fewer in terms of who escape, because I'm not sure. I'm very unsure, but I will tell you this. A lot of people will still escape, but I can't tell you exactly who, because I'm very unsure right now. Because Let the Games Begin isn't supposed to happen until, like, episode 4. Okay? I'll tell you how the series works in terms of episodes. Season 1 should have, like, 7 episodes, and Season 2 should have about 11. So, about 18 episodes of the series, okay? And you should get an episode about, like, every couple of months. So, which is actually pretty good, if you ask me. Like, but I feel like y'all would be happy with that, right? Because let's be real, it's not incredibly far off from what I already was doing with the Garry's Mod stuff. Oh, so you're gonna reboot everything? Yes, everything's gonna be rebooted. A lot of characters are gonna be gone. I'm probably gonna throw in some new ones. For example, I think I'm gonna bring back Afton, like Bird Trap. I think I'm gonna bring him back and put him in the Freddy and his friends group. I don't know if he'll have like any sort of like big play at all. I will just tell you he'll be there. Okay. Every morning you wake up, he'll be there. Anyway, DMs. Oh my god. What are you doing? What are you doing in DMs? What the? What? I feel petrified now. What the frick did you do to Ashy? What did you do to Ashy? What? I'm scared. Okay. Anyway, moving on from that, was Oblivion stronger in Overshadow's body? Yes, he was, because of the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet was the reason why he was stronger, because Oblivion in that was technically a virus more, because in the beginning, remember, Candy took away a lot of his power to the point where he couldn't fully exist without a host. That is until he got his nightmare form by also stealing Shadow Candy's power as like a plan B in case of something happening with Overshadow. I will say this, Nightmare Oblivion is definitely stronger than Overshadow, I'll say that. But, see. What do you think is going to be the biggest change in your AU? The biggest change? Ooh. What are some really big changes? Here, actually, I can pull up my notepad real quick, because I have some stuff I have written down. I have a lot of stuff written down in here. A lot of serious stuff, but also some random stuff, so just bear with me, okay? I'll find it. Okay, I think I found it. So, I'm looking. So, biggest change. I'd say one of the biggest changes... Okay, there's a lot of big ones, but, like, I feel like one of the biggest changes I can think of is Crypto's character. I think he is definitely a big change of what he was going to be. He's definitely a big change. I will say that. Some other big changes I can think of are... I mean, obviously the absence of Overshadow in general is a pretty big change. Some episodes getting comboed with others to mix into one episode. Some ideas that were in the Garry's Mod 1 got sniped and are gone, so it's hard for me to like fully explain to you everything. But if someone new were to be getting interested in new series, where would you suggest them to start? Well, I'll tell you this. When the series starts, they could just start with the first episode that releases, and they'll be completely fine because it's a rebooted thing. It's not. It's its own existing thing. The series is its own thing. Okay, you don't have to watch Gary's Mod stuff to understand what's happening. The series will explain it the best for everyone to understand. Okay, in terms of the Gary's Mod, I would just tell them to start with the Hidden Truth, which is like right before, you know, Brothers Forever and Broken Home. I would tell them to start with that and just go along and hope they understand things, because everything after the Hidden Truth is kind of its own thing, but there are definitely things people will not understand because, you know, there's a lot of stuff that reference the old AU, but it's the best I can offer, because I'm not going to tell someone to watch the entire AU just to understand what the frick is happening, you know what I mean? Because for the most part you can, until you start getting to like Golden Foxy stuff, then you're just kind of screwed. But anyway, are we gonna get the Discord link soon? Thank you for reminding me. I'll tell you this. The server isn't really active right now. But I could probably throw you all in there. One second. Okay. Alright, I think I can invite y'all. Edit. Here, generate, copy. Alright, here you go, you fricks. There. Alright. Oh boy. Hopefully my mods will be ready. Oh boy. They got that. But anyway, Golden Freddy X Spring Bonnie, no. Will Time Traveling Foxy ever come back? Yes. Time Traveling Foxy is going to be a reoccurring character. He will be back. Alright? He will be back. Oh god, yep, no, the server's starting to get chaotic. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway. Dude, I haven't even gotten a chance to eat my food yet. Fox, are you still friends with X-Men? I mean, I haven't really talked to him in a while. Like, I don't know, because, like, I mean, I guess, technically, but, like, but I can't, like, I don't know, because me and him haven't really talked in a long time. Like, the last time we were even in the same call with each other was literally, a Pill Pack Hide and Seek one of my friends was hosting, and had us both in there. But, other than that, I've probably talked to him in terms of messages maybe, like, once in the past, like, God, probably a year. I don't even know. Like, I've rarely talked to him. Oh, hey, Alex, what's up? Like, technically, yes, but, like, also we haven't talked in a very long time anyway. But, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Why did crypto manipulate Oblivion? Oh my god, my words. Technically there is a reason. There is an actual reason why he did that to specifically Oblivion, but I can't say because that would spoil future things, so I can't answer that one. We hate Fox Boy Squad. Dang, bro. Has anyone ever copied you? I mean, I know people have definitely, like, used stuff from my storyline in their own, but, like Overshadow. I know some people have used Overshadow, but, like, it wasn't really a huge deal to me. I mean, my series isn't even going to be, like, really Gary's mod anymore anyway, so. So yeah. So, that is that. Go ahead, keep asking questions, or whatever, you know. Come on, stupid lid, open. Here we go. I got my food. Oh, that looks so good. Come here, food. Actually, no, don't do that, because I'm gonna probably need that later. I'm gonna set the lid over there. Okay. I'm eating, so I will read and answer what I can. Yeah. Anyway, so maybe I should probably mute while I eat, because y'all probably don't want to hear me eat. Okay. How many galaxies are there? A lot. I can't really tell you exactly how many because, at least 2. I mean, because we only really explore 2, like, the entire time. There's the one with, like, the Final Stand stuff and, you know, Golden Foxy and all that originally, and then there's the main one, which is, where most of the series takes place. Those are the only 2 I think we explore. Unless there's, like, another one I forgot about. But, can you make a skit on your other channel about Stage Spring Bonnie getting revenge or murdering everyone? Because why not? I mean, it's possible. That would be funny. Why did the future animatronics in that one episode never became true? Are you talking about all the way back in, like, 2022 when I had, like, Freddy and his friends meet themselves from, or Freddy and his pals, sorry, meet themselves from the future, and then, like, Ennard appeared and all that? Back when I had Ennard as, like, a villain character a long time ago. That just kind of happens. Like, I was bad at planning stuff, so that, like, I ended up, and I also changed my mind on a lot of things, so that's probably why. I just wanted to have themselves meet them from the future because I thought it'd be fun, but I didn't, like, do a lot of planning into what would actually happen yet, so that's probably why. I thought your X-Men had beef or something. No. I just don't really talk to him. Like, I've talked to him probably, like, I want to say, like, maybe, like, twice in the past year. Yeah. Like, I don't really keep up with, like, stuff he does, so yeah, like, I rarely even look at his channel. The only times I look at his channel these days is whenever I'm, like, just watching some old stuff from, like, 2019 or 2018. Like, recently I watched a lot of 5 Lost Nights at Freddy's. I watched a lot of that recently, but, like, outside of that, I haven't really looked at his channel a lot. Like, in terms of his newer stuff. I've just watched, like, older stuff, but also I also watched a lot of old Minecraft stuff he did. Him 100%ing FNAF World. Just a lot of old stuff. So you haven't seen the XAU? I have seen season 1 with like the Golden Freddy stuff, and the first 2 episodes of season 2 with like Freddy and the gang, and I have seen 1 or 2 other episodes here and there. That is it. I don't think I've seen anything with like the toys, because I know like the toys is a thing, but I don't think I've seen any of those episodes. Yeah, I don't know. How long have you been watching X-Men? Since the very beginning of 2019. That's when I found him, through Five Last Nights at Freddy's, I believe. And then, I watched his channel a lot for a long time. Then I met him in, like, 2022. And then, did some stuff, Minecraft SMP stuff, made a collab, where my characters met his. It's old, but it's like from like 2022. Like I think it's like August-ish 2022. It's like mid-late 2022. Probably more closer to late 2022, but whatever. Probably did some other stuff like Pill Pack and Seek, but I mean I guess there was also the Fastbird band, but that died, so I don't know. Can I own a galaxy? No. I asked how animatronic children are born. How do they grow up? They just do. It's kind of hard to explain that because, like, that is just something you don't question. You just don't. It just happens and you go along with it, alright? Because when you question it, it causes a lot of problems. But anyway, I mean, like, I mean, because, like, that's the thing, because, like, in terms of how my characters work, I typically try to keep them from, being robotic. Like, for example, whenever I'm doing, like, audition stuff, I try to make sure that people who do auditions understand to not make them sound robotic, because that's not what I'm looking for most characters. A couple I will give exceptions for, but a lot of times I just wanted natural voice, okay? That's because I'm trying to make my characters feel more, I guess you could say, real, and not as, like, animatronic-esque and robotic. You know, obviously they're still technically animatronics, but I'm trying to make them feel more real. But I can't really answer the question, though, like, for how they grow up. I could, you just go along with it. Original, like, 7 galaxies leaders. What does it take to become one? That's actually a good question. What does it take to become a leader? Well, Candy, okay, well, hang on. If we're gonna go all the way back here real quick. So Candy didn't really, like, because Candy just became it because he was able to, like, guide, like, he was able to take charge and guide the shadows to like, you know, new lives and stuff, so that he just kind of became leader. But, and then Princess, oh god, I forgot she even existed. She was appointed to become leader by Candy after he retired. And then, I'm going specifically off the Gary's Mod storyline, by the way, because the new storyline will definitely be different in terms of that stuff, but I can't really talk about it just yet, because I haven't fully, like, I haven't put everything in, like, concrete yet, if that even makes sense. Golden Foxy, he's just shown that he knows how to lead people. and his personality is like, like Golden Foxy was genuinely like, obviously he was like, good dude. He and he understood, like, he ended the conflict between humans and animatronics, you know what I mean? With, like, humans hating animatronics and stuff like that. Like, he managed to stop that. He knows how to lead people. He knows how to guide people. Which makes him a great leader. Alright? That's the thing. Like, that is basically how it works. If the eye above sees you as, like, worthy, then you get it. And it's mostly, like, are you a good leader to begin with? Like, are you able to lead people? Are you able to guide people correctly? Are you able to, are you able to, like, understand these different types of things, like right, wrong, you know what I mean? Like, and are you able to, like, take on something that powerful, you know what I mean? So, that's the best type of answer I can get. Is Jackie going to be in the AU? Are you talking about the person who voiced Jasmine in Breaking Point? If you are, if they don't, okay, look, I'll say this. If they don't stay as Jasmine, I'll probably give them, like, a little side role somewhere. So that way they're still in there. But I can't guarantee you they'll keep Jasmine. I'm very unsure. What about Ennard's voice? Isn't he multiple people? Ennard, in my case, is one dude. Alright, he's one person. He will have one voice. I might make Ennard sounds a little more Ennard-esque. Like, I'll probably have, like, a little voice effect on him, so that way he sounds a little more like an Ennard, but, you know what I mean? Like, I still don't want it to be too heavy. I still want people to understand what he's saying. Jackie from Secret the Mimic. No. Anyway. I don't know. Probably not. Who is the leader that will most likely to unbecome a leader? Well, Candy was relatively ruthless, if I remember correctly. I mean, he wasn't, like, evil or anything. He's just, like, he was pretty strict, but, like, from what I recall, at least. Oblivion, I guess, technically was a leader in a way, but not really. Even though QXR isn't supposed to exist in the new series, I guess we'll still count him for now. I'd say QXR. QXR would definitely get his taken away from him, but obviously iAbove doesn't really do anything to interfere with a lot of things. The only time iAbove genuinely did anything to interfere was with Oblivion. You know what I mean? He doesn't typically interfere with anything. He just lets things flow and let things go. And if something happens, it's intended to. You know what I mean? Which you can take in many different ways, because, you know what I mean? Because, like, I mean, if you think about it, because there's also, like, the stuff with, like, Spring Bonnie going on, and him just destroying so many lives of all these people, and iAbove does nothing about it, you know what I mean? So you can take that into, like, different contexts. Think about it however you want. But, how old do you have to be to voice act? I mean, I guess it just really depends on who you're voicing, I guess. I mean, like, typically, like, I mean, depends on how you sound, really, in terms of voice acting. Like, if you're able to do a good job in performing the character. I mean, if I'm actually just gonna give you an age demographic, I would probably tell you, for just about almost every character, like, probably like, older than early teens, I guess. Like, early teens or older, that's probably what I'd tell you. But, like, it depends on what character, because, like, if we're talking about all the children characters, I mean, I already know who's voicing all of them for the most part. Because a lot of the people who are going to be voicing children characters are just going to be, like, me and some friends. And I told them I'm probably not even going to give them a full script. I'm just going to let them just do whatever, because I think it'd be funny. So I was thinking of having myself voice, possibly Bon Bon. That was probably just gonna do the voice that I typically used for him. But I also had another friend who wanted to voice Bon Bon, so I might let him do it instead. Why is my phone going off? Why am I don't like that. Why am I getting so many Discord notifications? I almost dropped my phone. Alright, I'm gonna take some more bites out of my food. God dang it. There you go. Oh. Dude, I get it, phone. I get it. Keeps going off. Okay. Alright. What do the other leaders in Nova think of Golden Foxy? Well, Nova loves Golden Foxy. Alright. I mean, not in terms of, like, romantical or anything. No, she just... Not in that sense. I mean, she just, you know, she likes Golden Foxy a lot in terms of just, you know, friend-esque. But Nova... I mean, Nova is like that with a lot of people, but... No, she loves Golden Foxy. But, the others, I mean, they're mostly just pretty neutral with him. I mean, they don't really talk to each other, like, a ton. They occasionally, like, will probably contact with each other just to make sure everything's going good with everybody, but, like, most of people are pretty neutral with him. Nova's, like, you know, Nova loves him, but, like, everyone else, pretty neutral. People. But, let's see. Can the eye above die? Technically, yes. I can say that. Technically, yes. How do animatronic ghosts work? Well, when they die, they become spirit, and typically when they are disturbed, like the bodies are just within the area that they have died in, if that area is disturbed, the ghosts of them will just kind of like rise up. And, you know, typically, you know, I mean, it doesn't work for like all of them, but like typically they, like, you know, whoever disturbs that area after they died, that's who they will follow. You know what I mean? They'll probably, like, you know, because they're mad, they disturbed them. You know what I mean? They don't really have any, like, following, they're just there. You know what I mean? So, eye above is lazy. I mean, if you want to put it that way. Also, how did Freddy lose to a weaker Oblivion? What do you mean by weaker Oblivion? What do you mean? Would be pretty cool to be a character. How do I audition? You can find the auditions page. Somewhere. Just hang on. If y'all remind me later, I might link it to y'all if I so choose. Well, I mean, technically the only one I have open right now is like pretty much already closed, but like I haven't officially closed it yet, but it's already done. uh, I'm just gonna put up a new one, which will have. I'll tell you who I'll include in the new one as of right now. Freddy, Golden Foxy, Spring Bonnie, uh, Ennard, Nightmare On, Rose, Nova, Old Man Consequences, Scarlet, Foxy, Roxanne, and Scrap Baby. Those are all the people I have listed right now. I do have B in there, but I'm probably going to remove her because I already have a person who's willing to voice B. So, yay. What would what would happen if in episode someone already voiced a character and they just quit? What would happen then? Well, if that happens, then I mean, that would suck a lot, but I'd probably have to, like, I'd probably make a deal with them, like, just, like, make sure they're understanding what they're getting into, like, yo, just so you're aware, you know, yada yada yada. If they get it, then cool. But if I have to, I can find new people, and I'll just have to, you know, suck it up. But, like, I will, but that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen. Multiple characters if you're good enough. I mean, as long as they sound different from each other and aren't just the same exact voice, then I mean, I guess you technically could. If the auditions are good enough. Oblivion would have won if I Above didn't step in, but it was cool that they made it that far. Yeah, so Oblivion definitely did make it pretty far in terms of, like, taking over. But, and obviously, I Above wasn't gonna really, because, like, Oblivion was starting to get to a point where I Above was like, alright, maybe I should put a stop to this, because this is getting a little out of hand here. But, like, because now Oblivion is starting to disrupt that flow entirely, you know what I mean? Like, he's doing enough to where it's actually starting to really affect things. But, and obviously, he decided, you know, help Freddy go and take care of it. But, you know what I mean? Will I pay them? Yes. So, I am planning on paying my people that I have work on my stuff. So, how I'm gonna work is that unless the voice actors themselves claim that they do not want or need payment at all, if that is the case, then that's fine. But, like, you know, nonetheless, if they would, you know, I'm gonna pay them unless they don't really care to be, you know what I mean? Like, if they don't really care to be paid, or if they don't really want to be paid for whatever reason, then that's fine. You know, like, but I would like to pay them, but, like, if they don't really want me to, I don't have to. But, and obviously animation, but, like, for episode 1, it'll mostly just be me and my friend Ashy Boyo. So at least I can count on myself, because I already know I'm gonna lock the frickin' with the series in terms of animation. I already know I'm gonna lock the frickin', because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have probably Ashy Boyo do lighting for me, because I do understand lighting, but not to, like, a higher degree, because we have very different lighting. So that's why I would like him to do it, so the lighting is consistent. But yeah. Like, I'd say I have decent lighting, I just don't, like... I'm not a very, like, lighting person. I like animation, specifically, more. But, how's Crypto not in hell? Well... because Crypto didn't die. That's the thing. Crypto did not die. But also, you gotta remember, in order for people to actually go down, Old Man Consequences has to put them down. You know what I mean? Like, they will show up to him. And then he's the one who's like, alright, get down there. So, maybe, let's say, what if, like, Crypto showed up and Old Man Consequences was like, you know what, nah. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, let's say for whatever reason Nova dies and shows up there. Old Man Consequences is not gonna put her down there, you know what I mean? Also, I'll say this. It is extremely difficult, because, like, you gotta think of how high up they are on, not food chain, what the frick? Hierarchy. They are so high up there to the point where, like, it would be extremely difficult for any other creature to be able to do anything to them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the only way I could see anything happening to them is, like, something on... I mean, I guess it is possible for something on a lower level to, you know, get somewhere, but, like, they... Unless they just don't put up any sort of defense and just stand there, then I guess it'd be possible, but, like, the only way I could see them actually somehow going down is if something on, like, a higher level took them down. You know what I mean? And obviously I above wouldn't be doing something like that, you know what I mean? So, FNAF Junkie. There's new FNAF SFM series. He has a FNAF SFM series? Really? I might check that out. I haven't, last time I had any contact with FNAF Junkie was, like, a couple days ago when I asked him about an SMP. That was pretty much it. Alright, I'm gonna take some more bites out of my food while I wait for y'all to come up with more intriguing questions. Also, let me know if you want me to mute while I eat, if it annoys you at all. Just let me know. Can Monty live again? What do you mean? Like, can he come back to life? Okay. Actually, that is something I want to talk about. So, in terms of resurrection, I think it's going to be a lot different in this series, because the thing in the old series is that whenever someone died, it was never a big deal, you know what I mean? Like, people were just like, nah, frick, they died, here, I got you, and just, like, resurrects them, you know what I mean? Like, time-traveling Foxy had the ability to resurrect, you know what I mean? I feel like that ability is way too OP. I feel like that ability needs to be very limited. Which is why I feel like resurrection should only apply specifically to the Eye Above and the gods, like the other ones. I separate the Eye Above from them because he is, you know, the very, very top, and then you have, like, the other gods that are, like, a bit below him, you know what I mean? Like, I will tell you this. If, like, one of the gods went up to Oblivion and tried... I mean, not Oblivion. They would wipe the floor with Oblivion. But, like, if one of the gods tried going up to Eye Above and tried fighting him... I don't see them winning. I don't see them winning. Like, if one of them went up to Eye Above and... Like, they'd probably be able to get, like... a few good hits in, but... they would ultimately be taken down. Now, if, like, multiple of them... I mean, I guess there isn't really that many of them. But, like, whatever. If, like, a few of them collectively fought Eye Above, then it could be a bit more interesting. It could be a bit more interesting. Let's see here. Why does Spring Bonnie do what he does? Like, where's this? Oh, trauma. Spring Bonnie does have trauma. He does have trauma from something. It's not like parents or anything, but he does have trauma from something. And I feel like his backstory is probably one of the most interesting things about the series itself. I really like his backstory, but yeah, you should get Spring Bonnie's backstory if my episode lists are like correct and stay true. You should get his backstory probably like some point, like roughly halfway through season 2, because season 1's supposed to have like 7 episodes and season 2 is supposed to have about 11. What happened if a god kills the Eye Above? Well, if the Eye Above died, then I mean that would be a big problem, because then how the frick is anybody going to be able to, you know, lead everything, you know? Because the Eye Above has the ability to do all that, but like, I feel like the only way I'd see that happening is if the Eye Above like appointed somebody to take over his role for him. You know what I mean? That is the only possible way I can see like that happening in like a good way. Because like if he dies, then like, well, frick, the universe is kind of screwed now because he's gone. Oh hey, Black VR. Should I watch the series and can tell me what it's about? You do not have to watch any of the Gary's Mod stuff, okay? Because the series is going to, like, it's gonna be a full reboot. It's gonna be its own thing, so you're not gonna have to watch any Gary's Mod stuff to understand. So I would not worry about it, okay? When episode 1 comes out, you can watch it if you want. And then if you wanna, you can keep watching the series as it comes out, but for now, I wouldn't worry about it. But I'll tell you what it's about. So basically, there are 2 seasons. Season 1 and Season 2. Season 1 is basically, it's heavily focused on, like, Freddy. And also, Chloe. Which is, like, in Season 1, she's going to be, like, an adventure Roxanne, but because she's a kid in Season 1, but basically that's like a focus of Season 1, and Season 2 is going to be more of like a grown-up Chloe and her friends, and Spring Bonnie and his group, which is Spring Bonnie's my main villain, and he has very much Walking Dead vibes. He is like very hard, like, Negan from Walking Dead vibes. Alright. Alright. Yep, see ya. Okay, anyway, I gotta keep up with chat. Didn't you say his backstory with Twisted Wolf and such? Twisted Wolf, I don't think it's going to be a character. So, you could say he still exists, but you probably won't see him at all. I don't think he'll have any, like, sort of importance. Because obviously, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, oh my god, I keep messing up names. Roxanne and Scarlet, obviously, you know, you can still say he's their dad, but, like, you just never see him, you know what I mean? They just don't mention him. He had to go get the milk. Let's see. I want to guess Spring Bonnie's backstory has something to do with Fredbear. Interesting. So, that's actually a good guess. It's actually a pretty good guess. Who's the gods again? The gods, I can probably just say this. There are 3 of them. So, there are 3 gods. There's Nova, which is that purple-looking Toy Foxy person with wings and stuff. Then there's Old Man Consequences, just the red alligator-looking dude, and then there is one more. So they are all yeah, I know you meant Assassin's Creed Bonnie, I know, that's who I was talking about. I was saying that, like, Twisted Wolf I don't think is really going to be a character anymore. So, that'll be mentioned in also. But, yeah, those are the gods. So if the eye above died, would it be like... Okay, I'm sorry, but you're making DC references, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I know absolutely nothing about DC for the most part. I know some things, like some basic stuff, but like, when you make direct movie references, oh, I'm sorry, I don't get your references, I'm sorry. Who do you plan on keeping alive? Well, I don't feel like spoiling stuff, so... so I don't think I'm gonna answer that one. Do the gods have to watch over multiple galaxies, or what are their jobs? So, so only one of them have a direct job, and that's Old Man Consequences. He specifically has to take care of any of the evil souls who come down, right? He has to deal with them, put them away, and keep them there. He is the one who keeps them down. You know, I mean, like, that's his job. Keep them down. Because if he's not doing that, then they can just, you know, escape. You know what I mean? Like, when you are down there for, like, probably, like, centuries, like, centuries upon centuries, or however long, and you have all of those, like, evil souls down there, yeah, you're gonna need someone who's gonna be able to keep them down. Because when that builds up, it gets more difficult. But, because there's so many of them. But, like, he's the only one who has that specific job. Nova does more of her own thing. And she just does what she thinks could be helpful in her eyes. And, yeah. What is the biggest thing you accidentally spoiled that already happened? I don't think I've spoiled much of anything. No, because I'm typically good about that. I don't usually spoil anything unless I think it's fine to answer. But I don't think I spoiled anything. At least I don't think I have. The Discord. I already put the Discord in. I already did. That was forever ago. Scroll up in chat as much as you can and see if you can find it. I spammed it a few times. Who will win, Golden Foxy or Oblivion? I think Golden Foxy would win against Oblivion, possibly. Well, it depends. If it's Nightmare Oblivion, then might be a bit more difficult. But because Nightmare Oblivion is really strong, but I think Golden Foxy could still take him down. How do I start my own Gmuffin FAU? You just start with some, you know, something simple, figure out what characters you would like to have, try to give them personalities and who they are, try to come up with a quick story, and just kind of start. But yeah. Like, those kind of questions are very hard to just explain. Like, you just kind of have to go for it. What was the first thing step I even said? I actually forgot what I said. Scrapped concepts across both AUs. So, scrapped concepts. It's mostly personalities. Like, how crypto works. That definitely changed a lot. Crypto in general, he definitely changed a ton. Nova originally wasn't supposed to exist. I created her like a year ago, I think. Probably a little more than that. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but I feel like it's been at least a year. That's a great question. I'm trying to think of more scrap stuff. I guess Spring Bonnie's backstory is also like his old backstory was scrapped because I didn't really like it that much, so I moved to a different idea. Where can I put my YouTube videos in your Discord? There should be a section for that advertisement. If you scroll down in the channels in the server, there should be a channel called advertisement. That's for like your guys's, videos or whatnot. Including the SFM version, if you want to mention that. That's mostly what I was referencing, like stuff that was in the Gary's Mod 1 that got scrapped. I'm trying to think of some, but I can't think of many more at the top of my head. That's something I'd really have to think about. In all the galaxies that Above watches over, is there Oblivion level threats or no? If so, does he get the gods to do it for him, or does he do it himself? Well, Above is very, very rarely actually interfered with stuff. He more of just like supervises. Like, the thing is that the gods, like I said, they just kind of exist and do their own thing. You know what I mean? Like I said, the only one who was really given a specific task they had to do was Ultimate Consequences. I mean, there is a reason why he was given that to begin with. There is a reason. Like, there is a reason behind a lot of things, okay? Like, I think one of the episodes I am the most excited for is the full-on origin story of all the gods. I think, and what exactly happened. That episode, I think, is like one of the top ones I'm excited for. Like, there's a few episodes I'm definitely excited for. Because the thing is we technically have already seen season 1 for the most part, because, like, things will be different, you know what I mean, but, like, the idea of it, we've pretty much already seen. It, like, you know what I mean? But a lot of the stuff I'm excited for is mostly season 2. Like, I mean, obviously I'm excited for the finale, obviously, but, like, so obviously the finale's one, but, the origin story for, the gods and stuff, which the title might actually, this was originally a concept, this might become the title of the episode, but, as of right now, it's called The Big Bang. Because, obviously, The Big Bang, I believe that's, what is that, like, the start of the universe, I think, right? I believe so. But, like, in terms of, like, what The Big Bang is, but, like, I think that might be the title of that episode. Some other episodes I'm really excited for, I am pretty excited for Spring Bunny's origin story. the last episode, the last main episode with Golden Foxy and Chloe's group, I'm very excited for. But yeah. In all the galaxies, oh wait, no, I just answered that. Okay, so yeah, the gods don't exactly... That's the thing, like, the eye above... nothing was really done about that stuff. That's why stuff like... That's why Oblivion lasted for so long. It's because he didn't... Until he became, like, a real threat, nothing was really done. That's why things like Spring Bonnie and his army and all the pain and suffering he causes across so many people still happens, because nothing's done about it. The Eye Above doesn't do anything, and the gods probably don't even know about it. But yeah, so like... Who's the strongest god? I don't know if I could say any of them are really stronger than the other. I feel like all three of them are relatively the same kind of strength, I would say. I do think they all definitely have unique, like, power-like abilities, but, like, because obviously, okay, I think this is pretty obvious, but Ultimate Consequences abilities are supposed to mostly revolve around fire. Now, the thing is that I'm just kind of hoping that as we get further into the series, I am able to implement stuff like that, like powers, because that's a hard thing to implement with kind of where we're at right now. But I'm just hoping that the series does really well, and I will be able to get way more skilled things for, like, late season 2, because late season 2 is where a lot of stuff happens in terms of, like, that stuff. So, but if in terms of their concepts, obviously I can't guarantee anything, because I just gotta hope that I'll be able to get that good enough animation to be able to implement powers. But Nova, I feel like, would be mostly revolved around more lightning. I feel like Ultimate Consequences is more fire, and yeah. I wouldn't say Eye Above has, like, as of right now, don't have, like, a specific unique, like, style that he has. But the only ones I can tell you specific, unique, like, styles is Ultimate Consequences and Nova. As if right now, unless I decide to change something. But, what do I think is going to be the longest episode? Ooh, boy. I mean, I feel like the finale has to be the longest one. I feel like that's just how it works. But, like, besides the finale, I mean, I could try to see where are some other episodes I feel like could be a lot longer than most. Let me look. There is... I feel like Let the Games Begin is going to be a bit longer than the others. I feel like it has to be. Let me look. Spring Bonnie's origin story will probably be a bit longer. I feel like it's mostly going to revolve around, like, the end of season 2. I think that's where a lot of, like, longer episodes are going to start coming in. Okay. Do Nova and the Eye Above just chill in the Dark Void when they're not doing something, or do they have some kind of home? Okay, so Nova does have her own kind of, like, she has, like, made a place for her to call, like, her home. Eye Above mostly just chills in the Void. Like, he doesn't... I mean, I guess I can't say that he just doesn't have a designated place for himself, but like he mostly just chills in the void. Nova does have like a like somewhere that she calls home though. She does. What do you think is going to be the shortest episode? That's actually a really good question. I feel like it's gotta be something from season 1. That's the only thing that would make sense to me. It's gotta be something from season 1. The only other one I could possibly see being like a bit shorter than the others is like Nova's introduction episode. Like, well, the first episode where we genuinely, you know, see her. I mean, we'll probably get like little snippets of her possibly in like earlier episodes, but like when we actually see her, you know, for real, I feel like that could possibly be a bit of a shorter episode, but I'm unsure. Remember me, Foxboy? I think, but I'm not sure. What's the instrumental playlist you use? I don't use any playlist, actually. I just think of, I'm not gonna lie to you, I just look up FNAF song instrumentals, and I just try to find one that I know isn't copyrighted. Or at least ones that I think aren't copyrighted, because sometimes I get fooled, but usually I'm fine. That's why I typically use the same ones, just to play it safe. Will you make merch? Probably eventually. The thing is that with merch, it'd be kind of hard because, I don't think I can make merch with FNAF related, like, characters. I don't think I can do that. But I'm sure I could do some sort of merch. I'm sure I could. Hoodie with your face on it. I'm not gonna put my face on it, you dumbo. I'm not putting my face on it. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I don't even know if I will ever have my face cam on in anything for a while. In like videos and streams. I just don't see that happening. I mean, it might be a long time before you guys ever see me again. I just feel like that's what I'm more comfortable with right now. So, I am gonna keep it canon that Nova gives time traveling Foxy his powers, because like the thing is that the whole time traveling ability is like really rare. Like, I don't even think Golden Foxy would have that ability. You know what I mean? Like, typically, you know what I mean? Like, the only people who could probably genuinely have that ability are, like, gods and, like, Eye Above, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't see... But the thing is that... It doesn't... But, I mean, it's not really a big deal when... Okay, the reason why I feel like... Because, like, when you think about it, it's like, okay, so, Golden Foxy doesn't have it, then why the frick would Nova give it to, like, this random animatronic dude? Well, remember, she specifically, like, because it's specifically the ability to time travel, but you can't change anything, so it wouldn't really do anything, you know what I mean? And he can only go so far back. Like, he doesn't have, like, the power to be able to just go all the way into the beginning of time. Like, he would need a lot more power for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there would probably be ways for him to be able to power up that ability so he could go further back. But, like, it's very limited. So that's why it's not a huge deal that he has it, because he can't change anything. So all he's really doing is just seeing things. Like, he's not able to really do anything about it. So that's why. Does he have some kind of home? I am actually planning a home for him. I actually am. I'll say this. It's probably more going to be like a cave. I think a cave is probably going to be what type of home he's going to have. He's going to hide in. Where on the list will time traveling Foxy place? You're so lucky I still have this up. Time traveling Foxy is in the gifted right here. Because he is an animatronic that was gifted power. That's why they're called the gifted. He was gifted power by Nova, who is all the way up in the gods. All the way up there. But, like, Time Traveling Foxy was given this ability. So, that's why he's placed in the gifted. But yeah. Like, in terms of strength, I feel like a True Shadow could definitely, easily, take down Time Traveling Foxy. I feel like he'd be able to hold his own a bit with a True Shadow, but I feel like a True Shadow would inevitably wipe the floor with him. Is Oblivion a True Shadow? Not exactly, no. Because True Shadows are like their whole like own category. Oblivion is more, because Oblivion belongs in like, he technically belongs in the leaders category, right? Because he has the powers of that. Now, obviously, he wasn't inevitably a leader because, you know, candy and stuff, but like, he still has those powers. He still has the strength, so that's what makes him in that category. And also, hang on, I gotta quickly answer a DM. Roll the free. Okay. Anyway, how strong is Freddy with the glitch sword? So, because Freddy has two variants. He has his original glitch sword variant. Oh! Sorry, I didn't put a pause in that. I just was given a little bit of progress on the beginning of B. Like her model. Alright. Okay. Looks promising. I mean, all it really is just a base torso right now, but it's still looking a bit promising. Alright. So, right, Freddy variants. So, Freddy, in his original glitch sword variant, he is more on par with the True Shadows, right? I would say, actually, he's in between, like, leaders and True Shadows. He's, like, in between, I feel like. Because we've seen him fight a True Shadow all the way in, like, the final stand. I mean, like, we've seen that happen. And it was a pretty even fight, from what I remember. So I would say he is, like, in between True Shadows and the leaders. You know what I mean? Like, he can take on a True Shadow, but it would still be a tough fight. Like, yeah, he tried fighting Oblivion, and, you know, he was... The thing is that the sword itself is, like, very powerful to the point where, like, it really helps a lot for you to be able to hold your own against people like Oblivion. You know what I mean? It's very powerful. But, like, it's like the most powerful artifact I can think of. And, but there's his other variant, which is the yellow variant, after I above gives him, you know, a little bit of a power-up. That version of Freddy is, like, above the leader category, but he is not in the god level category. That doesn't put him in there. He's still below them, but he's, like, just above the leader category. Like that doing that definitely makes him like stronger than like obviously Oblivion, because you know that was the whole point. Candy, the even Golden Foxy, I feel like. Really obscure. You mean like something random? Uh, uh, um, B has hair. I don't know. I'm gonna eat some more of my food because it's getting really cold now. Alright. Was there any characters that you almost scrapped but didn't? I'm sure there is. Here, hang on. Actually, I think I still have a tier list pulled up that I used to organize that. Who did I almost scrap but didn't? The Star Toys, actually. I almost scrapped them, but I inevitably decided I should probably keep them because I want Star Toy Foxy to still be around, and I feel like it wouldn't make a ton of sense if she was there but the others weren't. I mean, I could still have her be there, the others not. I could still do that, but yeah, whatever. Besides them, oh, Bon Bon. He was almost scrapped, but I kept him because it's Bon Bon. He's peak. Time Traveling Foxy was almost scrapped, but I inevitably kept him. Would Freddy have become a leader if he survived, or would he have just helped Golden Foxy? Well, I feel like if Freddy survived, he probably would have became a leader, but I mean, to be honest, he probably wouldn't have wanted that because probably at the time Freddy was like, man, I feel like I need a rest or something. You know what I mean? That was like kind of Freddy's thinking at the time. Anyway, how long have I been streaming for? Almost 2.5 hours. Okay. So, I'm gonna leave. See ya. Alright. See ya. Bye. Alright, so I do think I'm gonna end stream soon. I was thinking about doing other stuff, but to be honest, I should probably end stream soon because I do actually have other things I'd like to do. So, I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, but pretty soon I'm gonna end stream. So, keep giving me your questions, and I shall answer. Are you still gonna use the idea that the eye buff gives Freddy his position at the end? You mean like give Freddy the ability to kill Oblivion? Like the birth of Yellow Freddy? Is that what you're talking about? How long do you think it would take for episode 1 to come out? Well, since I still need models for all these different characters like Crypto, Golden Foxy, Freddy's variants, Oblivion, since I kind of still need all those people, I can't really say anything until I get them, because once I get them, I can start on animation pretty shortly after that. I mean, like, because all I really have to do is, like, once I get models, I can form a script, give it to voice actor people, have them do their thing, animate, and yeah, the animation would easily be the part that would take the longest. So my plan, what originally I wanted to have it out by like late August. But the thing is that since, because I thought I'd have the models by now, since I haven't gotten them yet, I'm kind of shifting it to, I want to see if I can get the first episode out on the day of my birthday. That is actually my plan. I want to see if I can get episode 1 out on the day of my birthday. That is my plan. I'm really trying to stick to it. Wait. That's the eye above. Wait a minute. So, are you saying, like, Freddy getting the position of the eye above? If that's what you're saying, I don't think that was ever something I said as, like, an idea. I don't think I ever said that. If I did, it was probably a long time ago. Hoy. Oh, hi, Jackie. What's up? I was just letting people get some last minute questions in within the next, like, I'll probably give y'all, like, another, like, 10 minutes. But yeah. Yes. I thought you mentioned that in stream once. News to me, I guess. Alright then. It's an interesting idea I had, okay. Who do you think would replace the eye if he died? It's a great question. I don't really know. I don't know. It's a great question. The render of your mousepad? Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if any of y'all would... How many of y'all would even know who it is, but... I suppose, since y'all have been so patient, and y'all have been so active in asking me questions, and genuinely giving me some really interesting ones, and I had a lot of fun this stream yapping with y'all and answering questions, so I think y'all deserve it. So I can show you the mousepad. I mean, it's pretty simple, but I'll still let y'all see it. Here we go. That is the render. So this is pretty much my mousepad. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller so I can still see me. That is pretty much my mousepad. Obviously, it's not like a direct picture of the mousepad itself, but like that's the design on it. And it also lights up and stuff, which is pretty cool. Oh wait, actually, speaking of art, Jackie, because you mentioned to me, I know you showed me the Nightmare Yawn art, but like, you also mentioned that they were making like another piece of art. Is there any updates on that? Because I haven't asked you about it since. Is there any updates on it? But yeah, so there you go. There's the little render. That's my mousepad. So if you don't know who any of these, I would assume you know who the amazing fox all the way over here is. I would assume you know who that is. But so person in the middle, that's Ashy Boyo. I was hoping that'd be obvious. And person all the way over there is his girlfriend. But yeah, so I just thought it'd be cool. Put a little dingy of me and my friends on my mousepad, because I don't know. I figured, I just discovered that was a thing you could do, and I was like, you know what, I want to do that. That sounds so cool, dude. But yeah, it's not a big mousepad, or that big of a mousepad. It's like pretty standard mousepad. I do have like a big mousepad that takes over a lot of my desk. But or like at least a good chunk of my desk, but like it's just a blank, you know, mousepad. and then there's the smaller one, which is that. Anyway, I'm gonna get that off my screen now. Anyway, I gotta read some more questions now. If Nova went to school, what type of kid would they be? Nerd, bullied, casual, popular. I feel like Nova definitely gives off popular energy, but she would also be that kind of popular that's like, she wouldn't be like the typical popular person, like, you know, like popular, like, I don't think she would bully people. I don't think she'd be like the popular person who like bullies other people. You know what I mean? I feel like she'd be like more of a nicer popular person. I feel like that's just the definition of just Nova right there. Because she's very welcoming. But I feel like she definitely would probably be popular, I would imagine. Olga and Foxy show Chloe Freddy vs. Oblivion Flash, or is that scrapped? That's interesting that you assume that Golden Foxy's the one who would be showing her that. It's very interesting. Oh, did I get a DM? Yes, I did. What the frick did you send me? Alright, gonna erase that from my brain. Hang on, I'm gonna look for... I'm gonna show you specifically what you said that I'm talking about, if you don't remember. Give me a second. Where is it? Oh, frick. Oh, I gotta... Where are you? Hang on. Okay, let me look. Oh, wait, no, I think it... Okay, I know where to find it. I know where to find it. Just give me a second. I'm gonna find it. Okay. No, hi Windows. Okay, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of what you said. It's just for a bit of a reminder. Here. This is exactly what you said. I would assume it's him because they're flying to watching. Well, that's the thing. It could be who knows who could be showing her it. To be honest, it could be anybody. You know what I mean? Could be anybody. Across all three versions, what is your favorite scene from the AU? Well, I mean, obviously I can't say anything about the series because, like, none of the scenes have actually happened yet. But, but, like... So, I guess we'll go off with the Gary's Mod one then. Favorite scene. I'm gonna have to quickly... Oh, I almost X'd out of the streaming tab. That would have been not good. Alright. Let me look. Let me remind myself. I feel like I was gonna instantly go to a scene from Let the Games Begin, because that episode in general is really high up there, but like in terms of the by the way, we're specifically talking about the Gary's Mod AU stuff right now. So, but I'm not gonna lie, I really like Reborn into Darkness, Fight or Flight, and The Cost of Faith. I love those three so much. Like, I don't know what specific scene. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because I really like the scene near the end of Reborn into Darkness when Rose takes Scrap Baby out to like the house and stuff, and they do all that. I like that scene a lot. I also like a lot of stuff that happens in Fight or Flight, mainly like the scene with Rose confronting Spring Bonnie. I like that scene a lot. The Cost of Faith has a lot of good scenes as well. Let the Games Begin has a ton of good scenes too, though. It's so hard to pick. It's so hard to pick. Okay. Okay. Who's that green Freddy with no eyes? Oh, that's just straight up Freddy. What's your favorite FNAF character that's not a fox? Springtrap. Springtrap. As of right now, my top 3 go Foxy, Springtrap, and Roxanne. The first 2 I've stayed the same for years. The third one typically is the one that always switches. Why is Foxy strangling someone? Oh, that's just my friend. He looked at me funny. But anyway, let's see. Nightmare OMC. Oh yeah, so I can't really, because Omega Consequences is getting like a different design. I feel like it's just very hard for me to like fully pinpoint what that design's going to actually look like, because Omega Consequences is a very hard character to like figure out a design for. I feel like I got like the idea down, but who knows. Is Toy Freddy gonna be in the AU? I mean, the Star Toy Freddy is gonna be in the AU, but like Toy Freddy himself, I don't know. Because technically the Star Toys are just the toy animatronics for me at this point. But, I mean, it's possible. Would you say that Ashy Boy's Blue Fox character is a good parallel to Crypto? Hang on, Ashy Boy's Blue Fox character. Parallel to Crypto. Explain. Explain a bit. First, what do you mean by his Blue Fox character? Like, try to emphasize what you're asking me a little bit more. That'd be a little helpful. Will Drebber and Grim Foxy ever come back? Ooh. It's possible. I mean, I might, like, put them in the background, like, somewhere, have, like, a quick cameo for them at some point, just for the funny, but, like, as, like, main stuff, I don't think so. But they'll probably make a cameo at some point. How's your day, Foxboy? It's going pretty good. Haven't done a ton today, but I mean, I got like, where was I going with that? I don't know, but it was a pretty good day. Pretty good day. Despite of how hot out it is outside, that was not fun, but it's fine. Who is the person that is in the cloak? Monstrous monstrosity in front of them. Oh, that's just a random render I made with some FNAF characters. Yeah. So, a lot of these renders, I mean, a lot of them will probably be, like, character-focused or something like that, but a lot of them are just random renders I made with FNAF characters. That render specifically is the Stitch Wraith in the cloak, and the monstrosity is, something called the Miscreation. It's a model that exists. Let me think here. Here, actually, hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Shibuya's self-insert OC. Blue Fox with the red beanie. Is their story a good parallel to Crypto's story? I guess you could say that, in a way. That's actually an interesting way to describe it. I guess you could say that, in a way. Again, Crypto is very hard to explain and what he actually is, in a sense. Where do you get your custom models? People I know who, you know, model. Yeah. What's the newest character you added to your A? The newest one I added as, like, a character, like... And if we're talking, like, brand new characters that, like, I fully came up with. I feel like it had to be Nova. I feel like Nova is the most recent existing character. Because, like, yes, a lot of the characters changed a lot over time, but, like, Nova's the only, like, pretty new one that fully exists now. You know what I mean? Like 2 years ago, she did not exist whatsoever. Like, I think I created her, like, idea, like, her, like, character, like, a year ago or so. It was at some point last year. Who are all the different characters with different eyes with the purple streak? I'm sorry, hang on. With different eyes with the purple streak. Oh, frick. God dang it. Hang on, are you talking about... Is it a render that is bypassing in the slideshow? Or is it something else? Because I'm, like, trying to scan the slideshow now to see what you're talking about. Do you have a favorite series you've made? Well, I feel like I'd have to give it to Freddy and his friends, but, like, also, by the way, the series does have its own name, by the way. It's not going to be called Freddy and his friends, but, it's a render in here? Oh, God. I don't know any that have multiple eyes and a purple streak. You're gonna have to give me a minute to see if I can find that anywhere, but I'm just gonna watch the slideshow. The yellow eye bear. I'm assuming you're not talking about the eye above. Wait. Are you talking about Lefty with QXR behind him? Is that what you're talking about, or is it something else? So, also the favorite series thing. God dang it. I'm trying to watch the slideshow as much as possible, but, a favorite series? Oh god, I don't know. I can't think because I'm trying to watch the slideshow, but I just can't focus. They don't have multiple eyes. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. I keep getting, like, I can't focus on all this at once. It's just hard for me to comprehend. No, you're fine. It's just I have trouble focusing on all this at once. Okay. Do you have a favorite series? So, favorite series. I mean, like I said, I'd probably have to give it to Freddy and his friends, but, like, I mean, whether Foxy gets replaced, I feel like at this point is just, it has to be a top series at this point because, like, so many people just love it so much to the point where, you know, I like it, so. Okay. Wait, how long has it been? Oh, frick. Oh, yeah, it's been way more than how long I originally planned on streaming. Oh, frick. any scary stuff. I feel like there are definitely going to be scenes that are going to be like pretty spooky. A tree on the slideshow. I'll think about it. I'll say this. It's definitely going to be difficult trying to find moments to place humor. That's the only thing I could, like, might be able to, that's the only thing I think I might, like, have trouble finding, is places to put, like, you know, humor in. Because, obviously, every series has some sort of humor at some point, you know what I mean? Like, even shows like The Walking Dead has moments where they put in, like, you know, little humor. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's like, it's there. So obviously that's going to be difficult to find, but I feel like with people helping me work through the script, I think I could find moments. Alright, I have to end stream soon. Alright, I'm gonna end stream in a few minutes, like, maybe like 5 minutes. What the heck was that? Like 5 minutes, okay? This I really do. So, I'll answer like a couple more questions. Outside of the AU, is there anything interesting in your life that you'd want to share? Oh no, because I don't really talk about like my direct life on YouTube, but I mean, I'm doing a lot better now than I was, so that's good. I mean, that's probably why, that's pretty much one of the reasons why there's a huge lack of uploads after mid 2024. But we're doing better now. So what made crypto evil? That is something I cannot answer. That is spoilers. You'll find out when the time comes. Boxboy, you are the best. I mean, I don't know if I'd say I'm the best, but thank you. I'll still take the compliment, thank you. I'm gonna quickly update myself on some things. Okay, why do you not help Oblivion when fighting Candy? Why did Crypto not help him? Maybe Oblivion fighting Candy was what he wanted to happen. I've already said it. I don't believe I have, but you can go ahead. Waiting for Emmerich. Post a new video. Been watching Subject X. Subject X. I forgot about that guy. Here, I'm gonna mute for a second so I can eat, but I'll still be reading, so ask what you want and I'll unmute to answer. Alright. I'm gonna take a small break to answer questions. I believe you had said that crypto was 2 minds or personalities in 1 body. Okay. But the thing is that the way he is right now, he wasn't always like that. That's the thing. There's a reason why it's like that. Which is what I have not said before. Good day, gentlemen. Hello, welcome. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna take eat some more of my food. Ask away. Alright. Did I above not create him? Or was it something of someone else? Well, it's very hard to explain what exactly I above created himself. But I also just can't say exactly why he is the way he is. Like, there's a reason, but I just can't say it because spoilers. So you'll find out when the time comes. Trust me, there will be an Origins episode and it'll explain a lot of things. Okay, just gotta wait. That's the thing. If y'all are willing to stick around for long enough, trust me, your questions will eventually get answered. Alright? Like, trust me, as long as you guys are willing to be able to just have, the patience to wait for episodes to come out and the series to go on, trust me, it'll be worth it, okay? So yeah, and also, whenever episodes come out, whenever we start getting there, I'm hoping y'all can help, get it out there and try to advertise it anywhere you can, like, I'm trusting you guys to help me get this series seen, so that way we can help, bring it to the way I feel like it should be, and we should, because the more people we get invested in it, the easier it will be for me to make it even better as time goes on. Like, I want people to be able to see it because I feel like this story I'm just way too proud of for me to just do it in Gary's mode. I feel like this needs to be this way. I feel like this series just deserves so much more. So as long as you guys can help me get it out there and stick around for it, that would mean everything to me. Trust me, I feel like this series is like the biggest passion I've ever had outside of FNAF itself. Like, Obviously, FNAF is my biggest passion, but like I feel like this series is like definitely one of my biggest passions I've ever had in my life. So, how long will the final be? I feel like the finale, I can't say exactly how long it'll be because like it's kind of hard for me to determine how long an episode will be. Because I feel like I won't be able to give you an exact answer to that until I at least do the first episode. I feel like after the first episode, I'll be able to answer a lot more questions in terms of that stuff, but like I can't really say how long like an episode will take to make or like how long an episode will be until I at least get the first episode out. After that, I should be able to have the idea for a lot of that stuff, but as of right now, I would assume the finale is probably going to be like an hour, maybe a little bit less, but I think about an hour. Each episode, as of right now, obviously I do not take my word for this, but I'm gonna take a guess and say that each episode will probably be like 25 to 30 minutes. I'm thinking like, or maybe like 35 minutes. I don't know. I feel like 35 minutes is like the cap. The last possible cap of like each episode. If it ever gets over, there's a reason. Alright? Because I don't want filler in this stuff. How did the eye above come into existence? Did he appear out of nowhere and start doing stuff? Pretty much, yeah. The eye above just kind of came into existence and started, you know, creating and doing all kinds of shenanigans. But anyway, he'll start with the Big Bang. Pretty true, yeah. It's gonna be kind of weird not hearing you voice every character. Oh yeah, trust me, I know. It's definitely gonna be weird, but y'all will get used to it. Y'all will get used to it. Don't worry. I'll probably have myself do like little cameo here and there that'd be pretty funny. But yeah. But trust me, it will be good. Okay, guys. Like, this series has been like, you know, for years this series has been like just going on and just it's been evolving so much. I just feel like this story deserves to be brought into the world of like SFM and animation in general and stuff, you know what I mean? I just feel like it needs to be. If you didn't go down this path of like passion, what else would you have done? Well, I mean, that's actually a great question. I don't know, because the series has been my passion for so long. So, God, I keep going over how long I want to stream for because I said like about 5 more minutes. That was 10 minutes ago. Frick me. Okay. All right. I can't really tell you when I'm gonna end stream, but we are getting into. I want to end stream before it hits 3 hours. I want to end stream before then. I'm sorry, it's 9 o'clock. What the frick? It's still day out. What the frick do you mean? Daylight is very weird. Anyway. So no one created the eye above. Also, how would you say universe? So eye above technically, like, I mean, he made a lot of the stuff and pretty much made the universe itself, but like, he just kind of came into existence. There's no like real answer why he exists. You know what I mean? Because if I were to tell you that this created him, then there would be the question, okay, but what created that? And it would just be a repeated cycle, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to accept that they just kind of came into existence. Nothing directly created them. How about a stream forever? I don't really want to do that. Alright. For me, 3 AM? Oh my god. Jeez, dude. Alright, here. Gonna quickly take some bites out of my food. So give me a second. Okay. Do you watch Glitch Productions? It depends on some of the shows. Yes, I do. I don't remember. I don't remember a ton about Murder Drones. Because whenever I was first shown like all of Murder Drones, after I finished it, because one of my friends showed me it. After I finished it, all I could really do was just sit there in confusion. I'm not gonna lie, I really could not remember a lot of the stuff that happened. And it was just very confusing. Like, I feel like Murder Drones was very confusing to me in a lot of ways. It was still good, but I forgot a lot about what happened, low-key. I do really love The Amazing Digital Circus, though. I think it's a great show. I do love that show. Those are their only two, like, main shows I think I've seen. I don't think I've seen anything else from them. Well, technically you created him. I mean, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Tree Man created this universe. I'm gonna go see it. Alright, bye! Alright, are you gonna watch the new season for Hell of a Boss in October? Why'd I just, like, blank there? What the frick? Probably. I watch a lot of shows. I mean, I guess not really anymore since Digital Circus is done. Oh god, oh no, I'm starting to run out of shows. No, no! No. I mean, a lot of what I watch is mostly YouTube, so. Alright, yeah, okay, so we're gonna hit 3 hours in about 2 minutes, so everyone quickly get questions in, because I want to end stream right about on the 3 hour mark, so because I wanted to end stream way earlier than that, but I sadly got so sidetracked. Watch any anime? No. I've seen bits and pieces of some, but never like an actual, like, I never like fully watched one, and I don't know if I will. Anime is just not really my thing. You know what I mean? Like, I've never really been that invested in it. Not enough. I have seen a little bit of, I think Pokemon's technically an anime, right? Am I right? I think so. Either way, I've watched a bit of that. I've watched a little bit of One Piece. I think I've seen like 2 episodes of One Piece. I've seen about like 2 episodes of Attack on Titan. And I think that's about it. Oh my, are you talking? Oh, wait, are you referencing the freaking, the Shadow Droid with Chloe in the freaking, the fight? Just put her down. Oh, as you wish. Oh, kill. Is that what you're bro? Of course you are. Of course you are. I mean, maybe not. I recommend Demon Slayer. It's possible I might eventually try watching some animes, but I feel like for a while I'm probably not going to. Because the thing is that I feel like for me, right now I don't really, like, I watch a lot of YouTube, but besides that, I don't do a lot with, like, actual shows. I mostly watch YouTube, go on about, like, other life stuff I gotta do. Then there's... Oh my god, I can't think. Then there is... the channel, and we're just working on series stuff. Then there's... it's mostly juggling that stuff. And, like... Which, to be honest, it's not really a lot. It's mostly just the series and other life stuff I gotta do. And then, you know, I'll also just watch YouTube when I can. But, I feel like after I'm done with, the series, which I will tell you right now, it'll be a while. God dang it, I wanted to end stream here, but now I'm talking about this, and I'm way too invested in talking about it to stop. I have a problem. I feel like I have a problem with not being able to stop, like, talking about stuff, because, like, I keep saying, like, oh, I want to end stream here, and I just don't. I feel like I should stop trying to make myself end stream at a specific point, and just keep going until I feel like I'm just actually done. Because I keep thinking I'm done, but I'm just not. But yeah, maybe, like, after the series is over, I'll probably, like, get into a lot more things to fill my time. But I feel like a lot of my time, once the series starts officially, I feel like a lot of my time is going to go to it. Because, I'll say this, I feel like this series is going to go on for at least a few years. Because, I mean, I just did an estimate on, like, how long I'm guessing it'll go on for, so obviously there's no guarantee. It depends on, like, how long an episode takes to make. So what I did was, I just took a wild guess and said, okay, so we'll say an average episode takes, like, about a few months to make, okay, like, 3 or so months to make, okay? I just assumed that. And then I was, so we'll pretend that that each episode took, like, 3, maybe 4 months to make, which I don't think will be the case, but we don't know. So I won't know any of this until the first episode's like in progress of being made. Then I will have an idea. But yeah, the series I feel like is gonna go on for at least a few years, at least, which I feel like is good. Because it'll give you guys, you know, a long amount of content, so that's good. Well, is Chloe above average strength for regular animatronic right now? No, Chloe is pretty relatively average in terms of strength. Will Chloe travel back in time to a different universe and see what Freddy went through? I mean, the old Gmod trailer I made, like, I think about a year ago or so. Actually, probably not a year ago yet. It was more like almost a year ago. That trailer pretty much showcases the idea of, like, Chloe seeing what Freddy did in the past and stuff like that. So, I can say, yeah, she'll definitely see some things. Why are the ghosts at the beach mad at Chloe? Do they not remember people when they were ghosts because Bonnie wasn't aggressive to Freddy in the final stand? Okay, so I'll tell you this. Whatever I did in the final stand and before, just ignore that logic for now. We're gonna talk about specifically how the ghosts are in, like, the more modern Gary's Mod series before I stop doing it. The ghosts that haunt, specifically Chloe, are doing that because remember, in the cold beginning, she walked into the pizzeria because, you know, she was drawn to it because, like, she kept having those, like, nightmares about Freddy, and she was like, okay, maybe if I find the pizzeria, maybe they'll answer something. So she goes inside the pizzeria, and that's when we start seeing all these ghosts appearing. That's because she disturbed the land of, well, where they died. So since that area is disturbed, they all start waking up. And all they really know is like, hey, this person disturbed us. What the frick? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the excuse you could have made for Freddy is the fact that Chloe properly took care of him. You know what I mean? Because she buried him. She did all this stuff. So Freddy didn't exactly... he didn't exactly act out at all. It was mostly the others. But yeah. What are you gonna do after the series? Well, I mean, I'll probably have a way different mindset of what I'm gonna do by that time, but like, as of right now, what I think I'll be doing after the series, I mean, I'll probably still be doing YouTube stuff, but like, and doing maybe some other things, but like, I feel like as long as I can get this series fully out and told, I think, like, that will satisfy me. Like, I have a few goals I want to do on my channel before I ever, like, decide to stop doing YouTube. One of them is fully do the series, like, officially. Like, have the full series come out. I want that to happen. And then I also... like, one of my last main goals for YouTube in general, I feel like, is to hit 100,000. I feel like if I can do that at any point on my channel in the future, I feel like that will make me happy enough to where, like, I'm okay with anything. I'm okay with anything that happens after. In terms of, like, I have no more big goals, and I'm just kind of just chilling now. You know what I mean? I did what I wanted to do, but I probably still wouldn't be quite, like, ready to be done yet. I feel like after I hit 100k, if that happens, I'll probably just be vibing after that and just, you know, and if one day I decide, alright, I think it's time to move on, then so be it. But Loki, I just don't, I don't think there's anything that could stop me from doing it anytime soon. This series has to at least be fully done before I ever decide to do that. Plus, like I said, my main goal that I really want to be able to do before I end my YouTube journey is hit 100k. Alright. If I hit 100k, what will I do? Obviously I'm gonna celebrate. Probably, I mean, it depends on how far away that's gonna be from now. I mean, I don't know, maybe the series will pop off, but who knows? Who knows what will happen? But if I hit 100k within the next, like, 3 years, maybe, probably more than that, actually. But, like, if I hit 100k within the next, like, few years, I feel like I would probably, like, I mean, obviously, you know, probably do something with my family, you know, like, do a big thing with them to celebrate, you know, because, like, you know, because, like, quite a few of them have, like, actually, like, you know, like, I've always tried to help with me with, like, certain things in terms of my YouTube. So, you know, I mean, like, I'll probably do something with them, and then, in terms of on the channel, I'll probably do, like, I'll obviously do a video, you know, like, talking about it in general, just, like, the journey and stuff, but, like, I'll probably also, like, do a, like, maybe I'll do, like, also a big stream, and we just do a bunch of fun stuff, like, play all these kinds of different games, all kinds of fun stuff. Just a really big stream. And then, after that, and then whenever the play button arrives, I'll probably make another video. And then, yeah. Yes, lol, I'm still streaming. People keep asking questions and I keep answering, okay? It's just a never-ending loop. Help me. Anyway, what do you plan to do with your second channel right now? The second channel is going to become Gary's Mod Stuff. So, the second channel, Because I do have plans to keep doing like Whether Foxy Gets Replaced, so that's gonna move over to the second channel. I have a save that's like somewhat ready. I just because like I do have an idea for what the next group of animatronics he's gonna face is. And originally I was like, I'll probably just go up to 15 parts and then end it. But low-key, I think I could go all the way up to 20. I think I could. I'll have to think about it, but we might go up to 20 parts. We might. Gaming, like, okay, in terms of gaming videos, I feel like I will do more gaming videos at some point. I feel like I will. I don't know, because, like, I'm not usually used to, like, excluding Gary's mod, I'm not used to, like, you know, recording myself playing games a lot. Like, I've recorded myself playing, like, a couple of the FNAF games and some fan games. And, like, I guess Minecraft and stuff, but, like, I'm still not that used to it, you know what I mean? Gary's mod, it's different because it's, like, it's role plays and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Actual games, though, I feel like it's a lot different. Why did they destroy the Powerball? We don't talk about the Powerball. I don't even know why that thing existed, it just did. Alright, yeah, I as much as I'd love to keep chit-chatting, I really do gotta end stream. Okay, that's it. Unless the question takes me just a bit farther, I want to end stream at the 3 hour and 15 mark about. Right around there. And I'm serious this time. So, I want to end stream in about 2 to 3 minutes. So, please, if you have any more questions, ask away. But I really do gotta go. And now it's getting dark? Okay. Yeah, bro, like, I swear, all it takes is like 20 minutes, and then it'll go from like daylight to practically pitch black, you know what I mean? So yeah, if you guys have any more questions that you want me to answer, that I think I can answer, ask away. But yeah. What will they do after they defeat Spring Bonnie? Well, that's just assuming that they do defeat Spring Bonnie. How do you know? How do you know they will? Maybe they won't. I don't know. You'll just have to wait and see how it would all play out. I'm not going into politics. Here, I'm gonna mute real quick so I can just eat my food. Alright, I think it's about time to end stream. Any last second questions? Any, at all. I will give you until 3 minutes and 16, or 3 hours and 16 minutes. Is Chloe going Mirror Freddy by dying to stop him if they do beat him? I cannot spoil the ending or anything like that, but that is an interesting theory. Anyway. Yeah, alright, I think it's about time I end stream. I'll give y'all like 15 more seconds before I actually start saying bye and click and end stream. Because I wanted to end stream like almost an hour ago. Alright, yep, it's time to end stream. Alright, bye everybody. Bye stream. Everyone have a great day. Bye stream. Bye. I'll try to stream within the next like few weeks. That's how often I usually try to stream now. Alright, bye. Bye stream. Bye. I'm gonna put up the starting soon for next stream. Bye. Actually, no, I'll wait. Bye. See you on the flip side. Bye.